morning. Appreciate all of you guys coming to our roast. Good way to start the morning for sure. I'm Renee Appelle. I run partnerships at Vox Media, and I am joined by the incomparable. I'm going to let you introduce yourself, give all the accolades. You want to start, and then I will kick off.
Yes, absolutely. Good morning, everyone. My name is Macaluso. I have the privilege of leading the Cheetos brand. I've been on the brand for about 2 years. I've also worked on Lay's and Cracker Jack, culinary innovation, etc. I've been at PepsiCo about 10 years, and I'm just really excited to share some of the work with you today.
She's also best dressed and very nice. So those are two really good things. So it's crazy to think we've been a month out from Super Bowl. Obviously a breakthrough moment and franchise moment for, it sounds like yours might be a little light.
Okay.
For PepsiCo and Cheetos in specific. You guys have done amazing activations with Megan Thee Stallion and Charlie Puth. Can you tell us a little bit more about how True Flamin' Hottie came to life?
Yes, absolutely. So it was such a joy to work on Super Bowl this year. We decided to partner with our best friends at Doritos to bring to life the first ever kind of joint Super Bowl with Cheetos and Doritos. We really wanted to kind of capitalize on the spicy snacks trends. So we're seeing our Flaming Hot business just grow gangbusters across the portfolio, and we really wanted to understand, like, how do we tap into this? How do we fuel the fandom and really expand what Flaming Hot means to consumers, and what better place to do that on the biggest stage than the Super Bowl? So we actually started with some consumer insights. Okay. Sorry, guys. So we started with, a deep understanding of our consumer, like who is the Flaming Hot consumer, so that we could be inspired by them and use, those learnings to really fuel our creative kind of process. So what we learned about them is they're amazing, by the way, and they, it's more than just an attitude. So Flaming Hot, it's not just a snack brand to them, it's an attitude, it's a swagger, it's just like their personality. And so we really leaned into that as part of, working with the agency and kind of writing the brief. And the heart of our brief was unleash your Flaming Hot. So, like, how powerful is that? Yeah. We can unleash the Flaming Hot at the Super Bowl with Doritos. Amazing. So once we kind of landed in that territory and we found this amazing concept called Push It, I hope you guys all saw it. Number 3 on the ad meter. Amazing. And so, of course, we had these awesome forest animals transforming after they ate their Flaming Hot. But then we're like, we have to do more. Like this, we need the right celebrities to be a part of this campaign to really, extend the cultural conversation around what we're trying to do with Flaming Hot. So, of course, Megan Thee Stallion was number 1 on our list. She's the original hot girl, and she loves our brand. So it was just such an authentic fit for Cheetos and Doritos to partner with her. And she has just an amazing fan base and such a large following. It was just an incredible opportunity for us to extend kind of that Flaming Hot swagger and attitude. Charlie Puth was also an awesome addition. I honestly didn't know a ton about him before, but he has this incredible beatboxing ability. And what do you know? We had a beatboxing fox. So who better than Charlie Puth? And not only that, but his TikTok following is incredible. So if you look him up, I mean, who knew that TikTok was so big, but now we do. And so it was awesome to work with both of them on not just the TVC itself, but also the teasers leading up to it and all of the 360 activation around it. Super Bowl is kind of this one moment in time, but we really extend the conversation by surrounding it with really exciting 360 activations that take a village, and all of my villages here, to bring it together. But, to your point about, how do we break through in culture? What's really important to us on Cheetos is having first of its kind activations. And so we call it FOIC. And it's just kind of become our rallying cry as a team of how do we, push our team, our agency partners, our media partners to lean in with us and do something that's never been done before, and do it in a way that really only Cheetos can do. Because if another brand can put their name on it, then we haven't pushed far enough. And so some of those amazing 360 activations that we did, number 1, we asked Megan to create a reimagined version of Push It in her own voice, her own tone, and actually release it into the world. So we partnered with Spotify. She created a song called Flamin' Hottie. If you didn't hear it, it's amazing. It's still out there. And we actually really pushed to release it in a way that a real artist would. So it wasn't just a brand putting out a branded track. It was Megan herself putting out a track that's talking about her love of Flamin' Hot. So it was just a really special thing that we did about a week before the Super Bowl. And then we also partnered with Snapchat for another first-of-its-kind activation where we created a dance video from Flamin' Hottie, and we had a Snapchat lens where if you held up a Doritos or a Cheetos, you could actually activate the dance video on your chip. I mean, it was just, if you didn't try it, it just blew us all away, the technology and the fun that we had with the Super Bowl. We also had some great partnerships with TikTok and some, our Instagram partners. So it was just a really amazing campaign. And, we're just starting the Flaming Hot conversation. So we kicked off at Super Bowl, but this is really intended to be a year-long campaign so that we can continue to really fuel that fandom around the brand.
Absolutely. So clearly, Melody's too hot to touch. Megan's too hot to touch. So things are too hot to touch.
Yes.
You guys have a hands-free house.
We do.
I heard there's a little bit of a line. So can you tell us a little bit about the house and the activations and how that's coming to life?
Yes, absolutely. So the house was really inspired by our new campaign. It's called Hands Free. And all of our campaigns really start with a consumer insight. And the consumer insight is that Cheeto on your fingertips, it's kind of the badge of honor. We've used it as a mechanism for a lot of our creative campaigns to, get out of things, to hide that you're stealing snacks from your fans, but it really, to leave your mark, etc. But what we found is life is just better when you have Cheeto on your fingers, right? And so we took that as kind of creative inspiration. Well, what else about life is better because of Cheeto on your fingertips? And so we imagined, well, what about all the hands-free technology in the world? If you have Cheeto on your fingers, can you open a door? Can you drive a car? Well, no. Can you vacuum your house? Well,
Definitely not.
Well, no.
Definitely not.
So we believe that Cheeto was really inspired all these amazing hands-free inventions. And so that concept led to an amazing TVC that we dropped last week. And then again, we really wanted to surround our campaign with the right 360 activations that felt authentic to the message we were trying to tell, the narrative we we're trying to tell, but also in the unique tone of voice that Cheetos has. So we not only launched the TVC, but we also launched strategic out-of-home billboard placements. I won't say the technology company names, but we did launch billboards that had the Cheeto hand saying, "Have you ever wondered what actually inspired facial recognition?" and some other and self-driving cars, etc. So just a cheeky way to kind of enter into the tech conversation. And then it also led to, what if we built a Cheetos hands-free house? Like, could we actually do that? How cool would it be? And so we worked with our media partners at Amazon and our amazing OMD team to build this concept in less than 8 weeks. But we are here, and I'm telling you, it's one of the most amazing activations. We're over off East 6th Street.
Yep.
And the entire house is allowing you to live your best life hands-free. So you can eat Cheetos, you can go to the house, you can start a movie night, voice controlled. You can even create your own Cheetos mozzarella sticks, hands-free.
Yes.
And then you can have a little party in Cheetos Den. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? So it's been a great time. We've been open for the last 2 days, and the traffic has been way more than we expected, but we're here for it. So please come join us as well if you can.
Absolutely. I think it's open until tomorrow, right?
It is 2 to 10 today and tomorrow.
Yeah. So we'll see you guys there. The hands-free campaign has been amazing, explosive. We talked a little bit about entering into and leveraging the tech space. How do you see continuing to own sort of that hands-free platform going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. So we definitely see hands-free as an awesome equity campaign that's going to live this year. And so we'd love to have another pulse, in H2. To be determined what that looks like, but we would love to bring in a media partner to help our fans be inspired to create their own next hands-free tech. And what might that
Sounds
look
like The Verge would be a great partner for that.
Love it.
Continue. I'm just over here.
Yes, love it. So let's talk. But we're really excited, and the tech space is new for us, but we know that our fans are there, and so we're really working now on what's the right strategy for Cheetos to enter, because we're not going to just go there because everyone's going there. We want to be intentional about how we show up and make sure that it's only in a way that Cheetos can do.
Yeah. Intentionality and authenticity is such a big part of your brand. There's significant financial resources being allocated to the Latinx community at the PepsiCo level and at the brand level. Cheetos is making big investments through a De Tejeo program. Can you tell us a little bit about building on success of year one? What does year two look like? How are you evolving? How do you envision this effort and supporting this community coming to life?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad you asked. This is one of our programs that's super near and dear to our Cheetos hearts. We started the campaign at the end of 2020 with Bad Bunny, Deja Tu Huella, and it continued through last year. I'm wearing one of the exclusive collab items that we created with him. But what's so special about this partnership is that the Latino community represents a huge portion of our Cheetos fandom, and they're so unique. They're living in this cultural duality, with one foot in their Hispanic culture, one foot in America, and so it's really important to us that we be authentic to who they are and celebrate the mark that they're leaving on culture today. And so really year one was about that celebration. But as you mentioned, we did give back. We gave $500,000 to Hispanic students that were leaving their mark. And so we were super proud. We used the collab collection to help fuel those scholarships. And we're so proud of that work. And so this year, we're excited to continue the conversation and not just celebrate, but really empower the community to leave their mark. And so what that's going to look like is a new TVC with Bad Bunny himself coming in a couple of months. And what we're really excited to bring to life is this immersive visual world that highlights Hispanic superpoderes, which means superpowers. So it's kind of another new direction for Cheetos, but we feel it's really authentic and going to really make a splash with this community. And we'll continue our Estudiante Fund, not just with scholarships with students, but also highlighting teachers who especially have had their superpoderes tested in the last couple of years with COVID. So we're excited to give back in that way as well.
That's awesome. All the work that you've done in traditionally underserved communities speaks for itself. The Cheetos cult is defined by a community that's transformed Cheetos into a sort of a bigger cultural phenomenon. There's so many different passion points: music, tech, gaming, collaborations across the board. What gets you most excited about partnerships that you've created and the culture you can bring forward with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our cult is really, we call them lovingly our cult, but they're the heart and soul of all that we do. And so they, our activations, our campaigns, they're in service of their fandom. And so they provide us a ton of creative inspiration from providing spectacular UGC content for our social channels, across fashion and music, and to your point, now the tech world. They're really inspiring us every day, and so we're hoping to give back to the community and not just take inspiration from them, but also give inspiration back through campaigns like Deja Tu Huella. But we also, we know who we are as a brand, and we know who our consumers are. So it allows us to be very tight from a social strategy standpoint, and allow us to show up consistently and authentically day after day. And we have an amazing social team. Part of them are here today that really are passionate, just as passionate about our brand, if not more so than we are. And so they're protective of what we put out in the world, and it's just really exciting to continue to fuel that fandom.
Yeah. As we leave everyone today, it's very clear that you lead with gratitude and with empathy. What are you most excited about as you continue to lead an amazing brand?
I'm just excited about what's next. I mean, what is the next first of its kind, hack that Cheetos can bring to the world? That's what wakes us up every day. That's what keeps us excited. And then, of course, our Deja campaign coming up, continuing the hands-free conversation. I mean, this brand is amazing and endless. So.
All right. I think we have time for questions, Manan. Yeah? Anyone? I know we covered a lot, so if we covered it all, then amazing. But anyone have any questions to ask?
You can also call on people.
Okay. All right. Alex, talk to us about Art Basel.
Yes, let's talk about that.
It was terrible, right? You guys had no fun at all. What did you guys do at Art Basel? I did it.
Yeah, amazing. Hi, everybody. My name's Alex Grant. I work with Rock the Bells, and had the fortunate pleasure of working with Melody around Art Basel. Cheetos obviously is a part of culture, but also is looking for places, maybe unexpected places to show up.
Absolutely.
And one of those was Art Basel. We're a company that focuses on hip hop. classic and timeless hip hop, owned and led by LL Cool J. But we work with a lot of brands who say, hey, we want to be in culture. How can we show up in relevant places? And so we put together a great program. I'm going to let Melody tell you about it. But yeah, it was an amazing opportunity to, again, help and find a brand like Cheetos that wants to be authentic and show up in the right way, because that's really important. If you do it wrong, it can go bad. So I'll let you talk about
thanks,
it.
Alex. Absolutely. I mean, we were just like over the moon when Rock the Bells came to us with this idea. We'd never been in Art Basel before, and it was a way to like show up unexpectedly, like you said, and really kind of reach a new audience for us. But we rented out a boat, actually a yacht.
Not a ferry.
A real yacht. And we commissioned an artist called Lefty Out There, who is an amazing artist who creates art that honestly kind of looks like Cheetos, if you look him up. And we sent him truckloads of Cheetos that he crushed up, and he literally created 10 pieces of gorgeous art using Cheeto as his medium. And we put it on display at Art Basel. Crowds were super around the block, just like they are at Hands Free today. And it was just an exciting, kind of unexpected place for Cheetos to show up. But the Rock the Bells team brought out some amazing DJs and entertainment. We had food and beverages inspired by Cheetos. And it was just a great big party. It really extended kind of what the brand means in culture and how we can kind of show up in mischievous ways.
And Lefty sold some art.
And Lefty sold some art. And I bought some art.
Somebody's
Another question?
got one in the back.
Hi, the marketing sounds just amazing, incredible activations. How did that end up in the aisles in terms of your sales and sales volumes we were hoping to generate?
Yeah, that's an amazing question. Honestly, with COVID, we had an amazing 2020 because we were one of the only brands, honestly, in stock, and so we did really well. So we did have a tough overlap in 2021 to hit, but thankfully, given all of this great programming and our sales team's excitement, we're able to meet that demand and exceed expectations. So.
Great. Well, first, I want to say one thing to Melody real quickly, is that, well,